In today's video, I want to talk about the leaked Grand Theft Auto 6 map because it apparently is 100% real. This is coming from an admin in the GTA 6 mapping Discord. The map leak is 100% real. It's just a low render version that doesn't show buildings, small roads, bridges, or tunnels. Everything is correct on the map. There are details everywhere so precise that aren't even on the community map, but can still be confirmed from what we know. There's literally no way someone fabricated this. Everything just works everywhere. Others have chimed in as well, with Ben or Videotech asking, what's the consensus on the map? It's definitely real. Another contributor to the community map, Rick, said 99.99% yes. Ben said, I'm not up to speed. Rick responded that every single thing lines up, even stuff that isn't in the community map yet, with another admin also saying yes. Rick finalized by saying that for it to not be real, it would take like 10 years of people with more knowledge than everyone here combined. So if the map is 100% real, which is what it's looking like right now, that means that when November 19th rolls around, what's been leaked so far is pretty much what we will be playing. And again, to get you caught up to speed, there were basically 3 map leaks that occurred. There was a detailed zoomed-in version of 3 areas, Cuesta Retreat, Catalan Key, and Gloriana Key. There was another zoomed-in area of Dalton Island. And then there was finally one sort of stitched-together piece of all the different parts of the map, giving us an entire look at Leonida.
Now, according to this map, Leonida is going to consist of 5 different counties. You have Mariana County, Vicedale County, Kelly County, Leonard County, and Lumox County. These are essentially just the counties of the areas that we already know. For example, in the very northern part of the map, Lumox County is going to be where Mount Caliga National Park is. On the west side of the map, where you also have the Gulf of Leonida, you have Kelly County, which is going to be home to Port Gellhorn. On the east side of the map and closer to the Atlantic Ocean, you have Leonard County, which is going to be home to Ambrosia, as well as Vicedale County, which of course is home to Vice City. And in the very southern portion of the map, you have Mariana County, which is going to be home to the Leonida Keys and the Leonida Straits. And I'm glad the guys on the mapping team actually pointed this out, because if you do look at the map, it looks pretty empty. You can see the main roads, but you can't really see anything else. However, it looks like the further zoomed out you get, the fewer details you get from the leaked map. When you zoom in on previews of Gloriana Key, Catalan Key, Cuesta Retreat, and other areas, what you're able to see is extremely detailed. You can see small bodies of water, the shape of parking garages, and even helipads that are specifically listed on the map. There are a ton of little details that you get as you zoom in. You can even see the specific shape of houses, docks, and other locations. So I would say that once you zoom in, you're going to get significantly more detail, but when you're zoomed out in totality, you essentially just get an overview. Now, a couple of the details that I was interested in and that I want to point out in this video are how many airports there actually are. If you just look at the surface, it only looks like there are originally 2 main airports. There's one in Vicedale County, which is obviously going to be Vice City International Airport. There's also one at the very edge of the Leonida Keys, although this looks like it might actually be a military base more than anything. However, if you zoom around the map, you'll actually find these long straightaways that look like they're in the middle of fields. These are definitely airports, or at least runways and tarmacs where you might be able to land smaller planes. You've got several of these throughout Leonida. You've got a couple in Kelly County, a couple up in Leonard County, and a few up in Lumox County as well. So there are airports or at least landing strips all over the map. If you do end up flying a vehicle, you'll probably be able to land it there, but it looks like there are only 2, if you can see my air quotes here, main airports, one in Vicedale County and one in Mariana County.
Like I mentioned in my previous videos, there are a few icons on the map. We can see pink, purple, and green squares scattered all over the map. I don't know if these are points of interest or if these are individuals we can talk to. We obviously don't have a key for what those mean. There are a couple of other detailed icons that we can see. We can see an icon for Jason's home, which of course is in the Leonida Keys. We can also see an icon for what looks like some sort of robbery. It's an icon with a black ski mask, as well as an icon for Jason's personal vehicle. In Mariana County, we can see an icon for a gold alligator wearing a crown. I don't know if this implies we're going to have legendary animals that we'll be able to hunt, or if that's some sort of interesting event involving an alligator. Again, I think time will tell, but those were some of the icons that I was able to see on the map. If it wasn't obvious, Leonida is an island. It is not landlocked in any way, shape, or form. It's surrounded by bodies of water on all sides. What's interesting is that there doesn't seem to be a bordering state of Gloriana. And why that's actually interesting is because we've seen those license plates in the promotional material. So many fans wondered if there was going to be some sort of connected panhandle, or if there was going to be some sort of connection to another state, because it's very clear that Gloriana feels like a parody of Georgia. But I guess that's Rockstar just incorporating a little bit more realism into this game. If you were to go out and drive, depending on what state you live in, let's just say Florida, for example. Yes, you're going to see primarily a lot of Florida license plates, but you'll probably see some from other similar states like Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and so on. It's natural for those sorts of cars to be in and around traffic. They could be in a different state for multiple different reasons, like vacationing, visiting family, or whatever the case might be. It doesn't look like we're getting a physical new state of Gloriana. It just looks like it'll probably be referenced in the lore of Grand Theft Auto 6, just like other states have already been referenced too. I mean, for the description of Lucia, we end up getting the fact that she's from Liberty City. So Rockstar is not afraid to throw around other states that have been referenced in the GTA series. It looks like that's just what was going on right there.
Now, I don't know if we're going to be getting any more map updates from this hacker cyber leak. Again, as I'm recording this video and as I've been saying in my previous videos, it's really all happening in real time. This guy is just providing updates to his website, and I'm not sure if we will be getting any future full map reveals or map sneak peeks. We don't know what this guy has or what he has access to, but given what he's shown off so far, we already have one cutscene that was posted as well, so I really don't know what's going to happen with the map or if we're going to get more details. But it looks like as things currently stand, and according to some of the most reputable guys in the community who have been trying to decipher this GTA 6 map since Rockstar announced the game, they're saying it's real. They're saying it matches pretty much like for like. So what we're looking at right here in terms of these leaks really does feel like the world will be exploring when Grand Theft Auto 6 arrives on November 19th, 2026. I would say our next best look at the map, if it doesn't come from this leaker, is going to come from Rockstar's Netflix reveal on August 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. But if we get any more details on the map, I will be sure to keep you guys posted. So let me know what you think about it in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or if you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always guys, thank you all so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.